Reunion.
Welcome to Piggy Power, and this special episode we take the 204, 450 miles from the eastmost point in England, Ness Point, all the way that way to Land's End. 450 miles east to west, sunrise to sunset. Let's see how we get on. Alright, well we made it to the eastmost point of the country. Just about a quarter mile from Ness Point. We've camped up. We've made it 170 miles from home. We've already done half the country. And this lovely campsite. About to watch the sun go down. Hopefully it's such a nice day as this is tomorrow. So up early, probably about 3:45. Pack all this up quickly. Chuck it all back in the boot. Get to Ness Point. Watch the sunrise. I mean, I have to admit, from here would be pretty amazing. I might end up just doing it from here, to be honest. Just have me breakfast and do it from here. Yeah, that'll do. I presume Ness Point is right there. Look, it's about another 300 yards out east, I'd guess. Cool, there's stuff out all the way over there. Right, let's have a hot chocolate and some dinner. Go to sleep, first thing in the morning. Before the sun rises, I'm up, packed, ready to roll. Yeah! About 4 AM. We're just waking up. Some beautiful bird song. Sounds a bit like a blackbird to wake us up. Good morning. Let's put the kettle on and get ourselves ready, hopefully, for a sunrise. Otherwise, we're just watching the clock. Could be tea time. Definitely. Something really cool about this time in the morning is you can see all the ships out in the shipping canal boat thing area. There's the first sign of sunrise. That's very cool. There you go. And all the little lights you see are ships. You have to trust me. I've looked on the binoculars. Anyway. There's our Mr. Blackbird waking us up. That's very cool. Where's that cup of tea? Breakfast. Okay. 5 minutes to sunrise. I don't think we're going to get a great shot of the sun, so we won't be flying the drone. 10 minutes to go. Right, let's nosh on down, listen to the waves, and prepare for going that way. And there it is, people. There it is. Not got time to go down the sea edge, but there it is. There's our sunrise. Not quite as spectacular as I was hoping. On the other hand, it's not raining. And I'm in England, and you never know really what's going to happen. Let's hope it just stays like this. This would be absolutely perfect. Finishing my cup of tea. Good morning, sun. I will see you when you set. That way. Right. Let's finish this. Time's burning already. We need to get going. See you later. Here we go. It's 4:31. I've already wasted 2 minutes. So let's get it in gear and go. Here we go, peeps. Here we go. Oh, bump, 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 bump. Right, time lapse is on. Let's make some headway. Hopefully the car will hold together. 3/4 of a tank. We might stop off to get a bit straight away, make sure we've got a full tank. Let's get the old girl warmed up. Here we go, I'm excited. I'll catch up with you guys when there's something to update about. Maybe in 8 hours, maybe in 8 minutes. Here we go! So update everyone, it's been about 2 hours we've been on the road, which is doing great. Missed a beat. It's a bit cooler this morning. We had sunshine for about 10 minutes. It looks like there's some rain up ahead. We're near Bedford. We're making great time though, really good time. So, I don't want to get too comfortable, but we're going to stop in Bedford. I need to empty myself, and the car needs to fill up. Well, I run half a tank, so if I'm going to stop, I might as well put fuel in. I'm not really sure tank capacity either, so 20 litres in and see if it does that. And we're too early for Halford, so we're going to have to make a stop a bit later, but basically jammed a hole in the filler neck at the top to allow the tank to vent, because it contracts and expands and it's metal and it's banging and all sorts. It's not good. And there doesn't seem to be a vent on itself, so we're going to sort that out as well at some point. But because we're making good time, we're making plans just to say hello to a few friends as I drive across the country, which would be cool. And one of those mates is in Bedford with his family, Mitchell. He has been on the channel before, a few years back, but he has been on the channel, he's been around. So we'll see if he's about. It's a pretty early morning, but he has kids, so he's got a kid. So let's get to Bedford and see where we're at when we get there. Just following a crane right now. So my good start to the morning has been slightly faulty for the last 5 miles, but we're getting there.
Where are we, Lorenzo?
Called Piggy.
Yeah.
Where though?
Where do you live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in Bedford.
For a wee stop.
We stop. We stop and we're off. Right, this little stop has cost me about an hour on the sat-nav, little diversion, and just chatting to Mitch. Definitely worth it, but I just got to keep that in mind as I'm making the journey, that like little fuel stop along with seeing a friend cost me an hour, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. Maybe just one other stop on the way. So we got my first worry of the journey. So we still got 295 miles, no, more than that to do. 350 miles to do or something. And the battery meter, there's a little battery gauge down here on the dash, and it's never been like right in the positive or even in the middle, but it's now on low, and when I'm just idling at a junction it's non-existent. So I turned my headlights off, which isn't ideal, but I've got side lights on, and I've still got the wipers on. I need the wipers. I've unplugged the charger. I'm hoping that having my charger attached hasn't like duffed up the alternator, or maybe there's some just damp in there somewhere that over time it will dry out. So I've unplugged everything that I can. We're down to side lights. When I get moving again, the RPM up, it picks up a little bit. Just hoping that those few things. I have a battery pack with me so I can keep like my phone and stuff going, but I don't need it for. It's just convenient to have the charging port, isn't it? So let's see how we get on there. Please keep going, come on! Come on, you've done so well! Holy smokes, this is wet. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to be economical with electricity, but I need fans, I need wipers, and I could do with some lights. And as we're just crawling along, it's actually quite hot. So the temperature's running up, so I need to use the interior fan to cool the engine down a little bit, or just help. It doesn't get overheat, it just gets uncomfortably hot. So that's the way I've been dealing with it. Well, I can't put the window down, put the heating on. Oh, I suppose I'm dry in here. It's not raining, it's not leaking inside. Just like, if I have a breakdown now, I don't really want to be working in this weather. Oh man. My biggest concern is there's no chance I'm getting an alternator today, is there? Let's be honest. So if the alternator does die, if it dies, I just want it to die within the next 2 hours so that I could probably drive home on the battery power as long as it wasn't raining and not dark. Or worst come, just go and buy a battery and go home on that battery. Yeah, I do hope it dries up today. As I say, I don't mind driving in the rain too much, just it would be nice to see some sunshine. And always the fear that if you break down the rain, it just makes everything worse, isn't it? Anyway, we have negative battery powers. Let's see how far we get. Well, quite the road trip I had in mind. Fun back there. Everyone's upset. There's queues everywhere. It is rush hour though. It's 9:05 near between Bicester, Oxford, or somewhere near there. It's just busy traffic. So I'm hoping. I knew this part of the journey would be really boring anyway. A bunch of these little dual carriageways linking rubbish stuff up. Like Bicester and Oxford. But once we get sort of below the M4 into the centre, middle England, there should be some lovely roads, so we'll look forward to that. But for now, miles of this. Oh well, news to come. Let's keep going. Right, so we lost the fuel cap, so we've duct taped it, and that'll have to do for now. Right. Oh well, let's crack on before the lady has to go at me again. Weird grumpy lady in the fuel station over there with too much power over that microphone. Okay, well, full tank, let's go. We've made it into Hampshire. It's a very posh county, and you have to say shire, not shire. It's not Hampshire, it's Hampshire, darling. So it's 10:30. That means we've been on the road 6 hours. Doing okay, a little bit numb. But I thought it'd be quite cool to show you some stones that someone left here a little while ago. Look over there, look. There you go. Lots of people walking around a circle looking at some old stones. Okay, moving on. To Devon, everyone. So we're now in Devon. Somehow missed Somerset. It was just about that. I don't even remember seeing signs for Somerset, but here we are in Devon. So yeah, still following lorries. That's all I seem to have done today. Probably a thoroughfare for lorries. But the views and the road's a bit nicer. It's better than just dual carriageways. Part of this is enjoying it, isn't it? Now unfortunately this one in front is from Truro, Cornwall. So I would like to get past him, otherwise I'll be following him for the next 3 hours. Right, 107 miles till we get to Darren's, Lobland. I need to find a service station or a Halfords or something like that that'll have a temporary fuel cap. So if I hit a town, we'll be pulling off and finding that really. I can't have duct tape. I don't even know if the duct tape's still there, to be honest. I don't want to keep stopping. So let's crack on! Both hands on the wheel. 93, 3 to 9, 10 to 4. I've got ham, but I'm not a hamster. I got ham, but I'm not a hamster. So not far now, I popped into Halfords. I'm going to pop this connector into the top of the fuel tank neck because there's a hole there and I don't want water to keep dropping in, and that should help. And then I got one of these. I think it's too small, but that's the only one they do. So I might heat it up with a lighter or something and try and stretch it out, or jam some tape around it. And then this keeps falling down, so I think I need to find a solution for that somehow. Cable ties is what I think I'm going with. Alright, let's get them sorted. Oh, I'm quite pleased to say that my duct tape solution did work for about 100 miles. Cool. Right. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's too big. Okay, let's see what we can do. So our cap's in. I think it should be okay. Put some tape around it to make it bigger. Have to keep an eye on that. And then up in there we've got a breather now. Basically a bit of tube off that 90 glued in. And our carpet should stay put, hopefully. I don't call this a breakdown. I call this modifications and improvements. Alright. Got about 100 miles to Darren's. Let's hit the road. I hope it works. Right peeps, so we are buzzing down the A303. We've been through Exeter. Had a couple of issues there at Halfords. Vapor locked or something. She had no fuel in the carburettor for some reason after it was sat for a little while. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But not a breakdown because I'd already stopped. She just wouldn't start. And then I let some pressure out after the fuel filler. Gave the carburettor a tap a few times just in case the needle was sort of stuck. Even though it's a new needle. And then she eventually fired up. So I'm not really sure. But she's buzzing away now. Fine. 58 miles an hour and on the way to Lobland. Should be there by 3 o'clock. It's currently 20 to 2. And then we'll see him, see the workshop, see the farm shop, and then head up to Camborne for our last stint. Have a bit of dinner there maybe. We're really doing well with time. We'll eat some food in a different seat than this. And then, yeah, pick up a friend, go to Land's End. Ah! Oh, this is nice. Hail now. It's never nice when it comes to Cornwall. Oh well. We thrash on regardless. Never rains in Cornwall, they say. Beautiful weather in Cornwall, they say. Oh my life, what a storm that was. Woo! I hope that's the last of that. Right, sunshine please. Right, so we've just come through St Austell. We're in London Apprentice now, about 5-10 minutes from Lobland. Now the last time I was here, a number of years ago, and we brought the race tractor down. Very cool. Wouldn't it be amazing to put this 204 in the dyno? No, it wouldn't, because I know something will happen and I won't finish this journey. So we'll go and say hello, see his cool new workshop, see how he's getting on with his dyno, and let's have a look at his John Deere 306. I don't think I've ever seen that in the flesh. And then carry on up to Campbell. Sunshine is sort of trying to peek through, but every now and again it just hails randomly. That's baking on. So figure that one out. Anyway, into some nice country lanes now. So let's enjoy. Speak to you soon. That was a nice visit to Lobland. Good to see his new workshop. That chap is 10 times as smart as he realises he is. If he sees this, then just, where would you even start? I'm going to build myself a 4-wheel drive dyno. I mean, unreal. Anyway, that guy is grafted. He's doing well. I hope he gets his green machine going again. That thing looked a bit sorry for itself for sure, but big up to Darren for what he's done there. Anyway, we're back out on the 204. We've got an hour to get to Camborne now. We're going to have some dinner with Noah, who has been on this channel before and on this series of the 204. He drove it. He loves the thing, so I'm going to pick him up. We'll have some dinner and then we'll head straight to Land's End. Forecast is looking good. Oh, we're going this way, apparently. Yeah, so forecast is looking good. So let's crack on. Let's go through these lovely lanes and enjoy the drive. So we've been on the road for 12 hours now. Well, I'd say been on the road, obviously we've had a couple of stop-offs. Still ahead of schedule. So it's all good for having a nice bit of food. That's our next stop. 20 minutes away from a bit of food. Get a bit more fuel. We'll fill up again. We've got half a tank. We'll fill up again. And we've got plenty to get to Land's End and back to accommodation tonight. And we're done. I mean, tonight is the big thing. Once I get to Land's End, I mean, I'll just fob the car to someone there and get a coach home. It's like a reverse revival. No, hopefully we'll take it home, no problem. She's behaving so far, just a hot starter, which is a bit of a pain sometimes. I don't know if I'm getting it wrong or, I don't know. I'll just turn the key. But yeah, 12 hours on the road. Tiredness is starting to take over now. I got about 3.5 hours sleep last night, solid. So not ideal. Hello. I'm getting dozy, so I'm on the Haribo and hopefully a bit of food and a bit of rest will help. And I've got the window open for fresh air. A bit of food, final stint to Land's End. We've had a really heavy storm again I've driven through, but the weather forecast assures me it's going to be sunny at Land's End. So it better be. I want to see my sunset. There it is, the Copper Coast. I'm backing them up, backing them up, backing them up. The Copper Coast. Right, dinner at the Copper Coast, here we go. Let's eat properly and come back to a car that will start. It will start. That was a bit of a heckish diversion, that was. Here we go. Okay, 13 hours, Copper Coast, time to eat. Definitely time to eat. Oh, nice 205. I like it. I like it very much. We picked up 2 hitchhikers. Ow. Our space. And we're on the Land's End. We've got 20 miles to go. Forecast is sunny. A light breeze. And a whiff of alcohol from the back. So we're going to get some music on. Last stint now. Home run, I think. As long as they're scraping from the back, sort of goes a bit easier, but we'll just leave Noah at Land's End if necessary. Come back for you later, mate. Sounds good. There's a 10 in the back, we'll leave you there. Brilliant. Right then, here we go. made it! Made it! In how many hours? 12
That's
plus
pretty
4.
impressive, Piggy, I've got to say.
16 hours.
Yeah.
With loads of time to spare. How long did we stay at dinner?
What time did you set off then?
4:20, whatever it was. Yeah, 9.
Oh,
whatever.
sunrise, yeah.
Sunrise. Sunset. We've got an hour basically till the sun sets.
I'm actually a bit disappointed.
What are we going to do for an hour?
To be honest with you, that you didn't pull up as the sun was setting.
And I've like fireworks coming out.
I actually think this is a failure.
Where's everyone with the banners? I ordered banners.
You're an hour early.
Made
That's
it.
why.
This is Land's End. I've never been this far west in this country before. The tourist fort is here. We made it with time to spare. As you can see, the sun is there, not under the earth somewhere. We have made it. It is 8:30 or something. Loads of time to spare. I could have gone back and forth 3 times. I could have broken down 4 times. I didn't.
And it's not raining, so for once in Cornwall, it's not raining.
It's true. It's the first time in Cornwall,
First time
but
ever.
actually we've had nice weather. It doesn't happen very often, but here we are. So that's it. What else to say? Thank you for watching. Special episode. Land's End. What shall I do next with the 204? See you at Pogfest.
Sell it.
Yeah, probably. Probably sell it.
£10.
Yeah. Hit me up if you've got 10 grand spare in your pocket. You can have this fine, beautiful machine.